Today I'm going to be creating some frames for some prints that I ordered out of my leftover weathered wallboards by Weber Lumber. I'm using the whitewashed wallboards, and I like to cut two at a time so that I get two that are the same cut. And I've got my miter saw, my pencil, my tape measure, and then eventually I'll need a staple gun to attach the boards together. But the first thing I'm going to do here is cut this board at a 45-degree angle so that we have the inside of the part that we want. I'm going to do a 13.5-inch opening. Now that I've got my first cut complete, I'm going to measure 13.5 inches from the shortest point to my next shortest point and mark right there. Now I'll switch my angle to go 45 degrees the other way, so we can create this cut here, and I want the shortest point to be at that 13.5 that I marked. And now I've got the first two pieces of my frame cut and ready to be attached. So what I'm going to do is use these as a template to cut the rest of mine. You can certainly measure them all out again, but for accuracy purposes, since I'm doing a square, I like to just use these as a template for my other boards. 4 pieces are cut, so now I just lay it on the ground to make sure that everything fits together nicely before I attach them. And I will do the same process for the next 2 frames that I need to make. Once I've got all 3 created, I'll attach them with a staple gun. Everything test fitted okay, so now I have flipped over my frames so I can attach the staples to the back in each corner so that these frames are nice and sturdy. If you wanted to do liquid nails, you could. I've got my manual staple gun with 1/4-inch staples, so I'm going to get started. I did 6 staples in each corner just to make sure everything is nice and tight and sturdy. Flip it over. Now I've got my frame. For added durability, I'm adding liquid nails into the corners, and this is on the front side of the frame, just like you would if you were going to fill in cracks with caulk. So just wipe it clean, make sure it's nice and even, and then get as much excess as you can. And if there's a little bit of a sheen when you're done and after it's dry, then you can just go over it lightly with sandpaper to get rid of that. You can kind of see it on that one that's a little drier, so I'll just sandpaper that a little bit when it's dry, and then it'll be nice and filled in and extra sturdy. That this is wood, it can be temperamental, and some pieces may be a little bit bowed or off just a little bit. So this one was giving me a little bit of trouble in the corner here, so I just got a couple kettlebells and set them on there until the liquid nails dries, and then it should be good to go. The liquid nails is dry on my frame, so now it's time to attach the hanging hardware. I've opted for a really thick jute rather than the normal sawtooth hangers, and I will grab a staple gun and attach that to the back of the frame so they're all the same hanging height. I attached the jute to the back of the frames with 5/8-inch crown staples with my air stapler. You can still use a hand stapler if that's all you have on this. You just want to make sure that you're using staples that are a bit longer than what you've used in the corners. Here's the finished product. I ended up taking the jute off of the frames because it was just a little bit too nautical for my decor. So I hung them on the wall with sawtooth hangers, and I like how it's tight in the wall boards for my entryway. So you can see on my gallery wall going up the stairs, that's kind of the idea that I had for these frames over here. But twine that small wouldn't work well with these larger frames, and then again the jute that I was using was just a bit too nautical. So I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I hope you guys will leave a comment or let me know if you have any questions. You can reach me through my Contact Us page on the website, or email me at Christina@cgHomeInteriors.com. Thanks guys, and happy DIYing!